Hi, I'm Lynn with an E. Thanks for joining me today. Have you ever compared your life with a movie star or someone in a movie? You thought, that seems kind of like my life. That's happened to me. Well, lately, if you've seen my other video, I was staying at my mom and dad's house. And if you haven't, I'll just update you a little bit. My dad is on hospice and my mom had a heart attack. So I had to spend like 3 weeks at their house. And while I was there, I had to have someone take care of my animals, and I was really missing my animals. And you know, it's just really hard when you can't be at home, but you have to be somewhere else too. So I didn't really feel good about coming back home either. So when I had to pick up from my house and go, it was really all of a sudden. My mom had a heart attack. And so I kind of compared my life to Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. You know, she's like caught up in this tornado, you know, and she picks up the house and then it just drops her somewhere else. And she's on this journey, and along the way she meets a Tin Man and a Scarecrow and a Cowardly Lion, and they're on their way to see the Wizard of Oz, and he's going to grant them all these things that they need. And they're being chased by this wicked witch, but you know, they also have this good witch, Glinda, you know. And so I have kind of felt that way, you know. You know, there's these bad things happening, but I know that, you know, I've got God on my side, even though bad things are happening. I mean, every day, you know, it's just something else. And every time I'd run back to my house, I had a leak under my bathroom sink one time, and the last time I came home, my main sewer line was stopped up. And so it was like, you know, I was wondering when the plumber was going to come fix my sink. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to call the plumber to come do them both at the same time. And so, you know, my house was falling apart while I was gone. But anyways, so the way I was thinking about myself and comparing myself with Dorothy was the whole time that I was going through this, I was I was using my skills as a nurse, because I was a nurse before my back surgery. And so that was kind of like, you know, one of the things I was getting to use. So that was like my brain, you know. So and then that was like the Scarecrow, you know, he needed a brain. And I was being compassionate, you know, I'm loving, and I'm, you know, taking care of my mom and dad, and so I was getting to use, you know, that's my heart, that's compassion, and that was the Tin Man. And then I was just having to be really strong and courageous. And so that was a Cowardly Lion. And I would talk to people, and they were asking me, they were like, do you just cry all the time? And I was saying no, because if I start crying, I'll not be able to stop crying. And when I made the other video for y'all, I started to cry a little bit, and that was the only time that I have cried. Because like I've been telling everybody, if I start crying, I will not be able to stop crying. And Dorothy, these were really qualities. The characters, the Tin Man and the Scarecrow and the Lion, were qualities, there were symbolisms for qualities that Dorothy needed and that she really had all along. Or that's how that I saw it. That's what I got out of the movie whenever I thought about it as I got older. The movie comes on every year around the holidays, and it's one of my favorite movies. And I bought this book in 1999 because I was doing case management, and everybody in the office wanted to dress up as witches. And I was like, well, I'm gonna dress up as a good witch. And so I bought this book because I made my own costume, and there was a picture of Glinda, the Good Witch, in here. And so I had to look at it so that I could make my own costume. And that's why I bought this book. So there's a really good picture of Glinda in here. She's here. And so I was a good witch. And so that's why I bought this Wizard of Oz book. But so the whole time that Dorothy is going through this whole thing, she was going through it because the Wicked Witch, which was a lady at the very beginning, had stolen her dog. And well, not really stolen, but the dog was going to be taken away from her because she was saying that the dog was a nuisance, and Toto had jumped out of the lady's basket, and Dorothy ran after Toto and was running away from home. And then when she came home, she was on her way home, and everybody had went down into the basement, and she went into the house, and that's when the house got swept away into the tornado, and she got hit in the head by a window, and she dreamed everything. And like in so many other movies, you know, she woke up and it was just all a dream. But so that's where I found myself. I was comparing myself to Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And so not only did I find myself comparing myself to Dorothy and learning along this journey of mine that I had courage, and that I had empathy and compassion. I had a heart, and that I had a brain. But I also learned that there is no place like home. There is no place like home. There's no place like home. Anyway, I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day, and God bless, and guns up.